Welcome back to the Car Sales Community Car Dealer Weekly. What is on the cards this week? The Megane needs to get finished off. It needs valet and it needs its track and sorting. What else is there? The Clio is away getting its MOT, so hopefully that is back. And what else? Sandero, there's actually Sandero, the one owner, good history car, not my Sandero obviously. That should be about ready to get down for its MOT, hopefully, fingers crossed. I had a look at it, really nice car. I'll be surprised if it wants any work doing to it, that's why I've gone ahead and got the welding done, so I thought, honestly, that was all it really needed. But my opinion and my MOT tester's opinion, two completely different things. Obviously last week was a quiet week, as you probably could tell via the lack of content and also the fact that I managed to get cracked on with a Touran. So we had a quiet week last week. It was kind of a welcomed one, just gave me a chance just to kind of get things caught up. Because when you're busy you can quite easily fall behind and you can find yourself always chasing, whereas now I feel like I'm apace with everything, shall we say. What else? Need to get rid of the 58 plate Astra. I've had that on deal away twice as an auction. Nobody seemed to be interested. I am hesitant now because of that fact about sending it to auction at Wilson's, because Wilson's aren't 5 minutes away, if you catch me drift. I don't want to travel all the way up there for them not to be able to sell it, and have to go back, so I'm a bit like, meh. And what else was there? There was something else I needed to do. Memory was bloody terrible. Let's have a look. Just basically getting cracked on stuff. Now, the mystery car. The mystery car is all chucked in. So good guesses. Nissan Monero, I think they're called. Somebody guessed one of them. Jeep Grand Cherokee. That's a good guess. That would have been a good idea. That. Not going to lie to you. There was other guesses as well, but nobody got it. And guess what? I'm not going to tell you just yet. But keep it in suspense. Keep them little feet tapping away. I know you probably don't really care, but it's fun, isn't it? Other than that, I've got to go to BCA Brighouse, I think it's called, because I managed to snag myself up an automatic, a small engine automatic. It's a 1.5. Unfortunately, that's probably, unless you're buying something really modern, that's probably about the smallest you get really, unless you're getting, you can get like C1s and that has got smaller engines, but hard to get hold of, very hard to get hold of, very expensive as well, as it turns out, like everything else. This is a Mercedes A-Class 2009 A150, I think they are. I've had one on the channel before. I did my little £1,000 car challenge with it, which turned out to be a great car. Can't remember too much about it, but I know it was a high miler thing that I managed to get. I bought it, got stuck to my guns and said I'm selling this car for £1,000, I'm making a profit, and I did it. That one sold quite quickly, so it's intriguing to see what this one will be like. Other than that, still a bit quiet. I'm getting inquiries, which is a good sign. But hopefully we can turn some of them inquiries into sales. That is the main thing. It's all well and good getting pestered on the phone, but if nobody's coming and buying your cars, something amiss, isn't there? But yeah, we'll just get cracked on now. I'll try and get you a bit more involved, seeing as though the content was a bit lacking in the last weekly. If there's anything you want to see in these weeklies, please let me know, and there'll be somebody who comments saying I want to see British Leyland cars, can't remember your name, but maybe one day, hold on a bit, you know what I mean? I'm not making any promises, but you know, one day we might be able to get something of that variety. But yeah, let me know, drop in the comments, what would you like to see? I'd like to try and get out and about a bit more, but when you're here working for yourself, by yourself, it's a bit of a struggle to go here, there and everywhere, because basically once I leave, the business is closed. So it's a bit of a struggle, but I'll try and do something at some point. You just bang some ideas down below. I'm not a very creative person in that sense. So we'll just get cracked on with stuff, get the McGann done, and hopefully get that one so quick, because that's got some wedge tied up in it as well. Right, the McGann is back. It has had its bumper corner done. Now, red is an awful colour, especially for painting. Neil has knocked this one out of the park because he has managed to blend it all in very, very well indeed. Now, is this going to be the best 2013 Renault Megane on offer? Probably not, but it is up there. I have done lots of work to get this thing as right as it can be. You'll have to forgive me for the awkward camera angle. The mystery car is just there and I'm not ready to tell you what it is yet. So I'm going to get this thing all cleaned up, get it looking as spick and span as I possibly can get it, and we'll see how it comes out. I haven't decided whether it needs a machine polish or not. I am unsure. It has got some scratches in. I'm not 100% confident that they are going to come out with a polish, but we'll just see. Alrighty then. That's looking a bit better, isn't it? Looking sharp. As I said, maybe it's not the best Renault Megane in the country, but one thing I can say with confidence, it's a damn good one. Really happy with how this has turned out. Still over the moon with the wheels, to be honest with you. All I've got left to do now is tyre shine, and that's about it. Everything else is done. I've had the tracking sorted. I mean, like, look at that in there. This has been a bit of a long haul of a job, especially with cleaning it out. But been worth it, I think. Looks absolutely bang on. 2195 is where it realistically should be, and I think for the amount of effort that has been put into making sure this one is 110% right, I think you can justify asking every penny of what it is worth. Now, there are some people out there that will say that is well and truly justified. There's people out there that will probably say that is greedy. At the end of the day, when you're standing by a car for 3 months, potentially longer if you go into consumer rights and all that, realistically you're looking at about 3 months standing by it. And the amount of effort that has gone into getting this car right. 12 months MOT, no advisories, it's been serviced. What's it had MOT wise? It's had new catalytic converter, it's had a sensor on the seat, which luckily I managed to do for free because of 3-door Megane. Put a new seat in. It was just basically a swap and change of a sensor off that old seat. So I managed to save myself a few quid there, which is good. Distant pads, brake pipes, handbrake cable, suspension bits, the wheels. Looked out with the wheels. But yeah, it's had everything to make sure it is right. And I really do like it. It looks sharp. it looks sharp. As I said to me last week, probably the only thing letting it down is the fact that it's a 1.6 petrol. The road tax is high, but again, a lot of people say it's only car dealers that tend to worry about higher road tax. You can just lose it in the direct debit. That's not the end of the world. And these do apparently, this is the first 1.6 I have sold, but these do apparently sell just as well. Look at the Focus, the 1.6 petrol, they sell really well, and I think they're about the same sort of road tax as well. So when you compare it by direct debit, does it matter realistically? Just look at it. Yeah. For me personally, going to be controversial, it looks a bit better than a Focus. There, I said it. But this isn't what you're interested in. It's the mystery car that you're interested in. Should we go and have a look at said mystery car? Right then, I know you're all chomping at the bit. Nobody cares. Why are you doing this? But anyway, do you want to see it? Yes. So this is a Cadillac CTS. I bet you could have guessed all day, and you'd never have guessed that. And then, so yeah, it's a Cadillac CTS. Can't tell you too much else about it, apart from what I've already told you in the previous video. What am I going to do with it? Not a clue whatsoever. It wants potentially a timing chain, or the Vero camera's changing, or something's going on. Chain, not so bad. Vero cam's tad expensive. I have absolutely no clue what to do with it. Diamond chain, not a bother. If you know, it's finding somebody out there to do it. And then, as I said, the wheels, they are absolutely diabolical. Whoever designed them wheels wants to just give up. They are awful. One is in the boot, it's got cracks in it. Potentially that is the same fitment as an Astra, so like one of these two here. I could rob the wheels off of that one, but I think that'll just look a bit goofy. I mean, it's going to look better than that, isn't it? Absolutely awful. But inside, I'll have a look, see if I've left it open. I have. You know, you've got gizmos and gadgets. It's got memory electric heated seats, full leather, sat nav, DVD. It's an automagical. It's got dual zone climate control with aircon. That works. And it's got these nifty vents as well. Look at these, like something like Star Trek. I love it. Privacy glass as well. Whether that is privacy glass or whether that is just window tint, I do not know. Yeah, it's a window tint. But look at it. £200 plus the fees, 490 quid. With a full year's test on it. Pretty redundant because it wants a timing chain on it, and you know, you've got something going on with the bonnet here. That's quite a common thing. There is somebody breaking one of these on eBay in Holland. Their bonnet's gone the same, which is a real shame, but drives absolutely lovely, apart from not running correctly, shall we say, and it's a little bit on the wonk because of the half-balled space saver. But I like it. I like it because it's goofy and it's different. I will probably be putting a video out on this at some point. I do not know when. Possibly next week, when I've actually potentially decided what I'm doing with it, because I don't have a clue. Not a clue whatsoever. So yeah, that's it. Cadillac CTS. Now, I'm a guy who generally
is quite thrifty when it comes to saving the old pound notes. Outro. People going about it. Mainly Chops Garage loves the stuff. Take a look at them plastics on the bottom of that bumper. Looks very good, doesn't it? Linseed oil. Realistically, you can use any kind of wood treatment oil on plastics. Does just as good of a job. This bottle here, I think cost £3, £2.99 if my memory serves me correctly. A tin of Outro, when I last looked, would set you back about £23. Does just as good of a job, doesn't it? Save them pennies and the pounds will look after themselves. Now again, another one. Tyre shine. I've looked all over for a decent tyre shine that lasts, that you do not have to spend a fortune on. And do you want to know what I've came across? This stuff. Auto Extreme Wet Look Tyre Gel. Realistically, any sort of tyre shine that is oil based, not water based, is decent stuff. Again, £3 for all that. They all do the same job, and this actually lasts. This really good stuff. Really good stuff. You can get this. I got it from the same place I got the linseed oil. I got it from the Yorkshire Trading Company. You can get these from, you can get them from there. I believe it is either the Range or Home Bargains. You can get these from as well. £3. And look, you can tell it's oil based as well because it's thick and gloopy. And it's done a good enough job on them tyres, hasn't it? Right then, so there's Monday done with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach a couple of pictures, some of the McGann from its BCA photos to the photos I've took, just to kind of clarify on the transformation that it's had. So it's a new day. Good news is, the little Mercedes made it back. Now, you will have to forgive me as well. Very windy today. Little Mike is earning its keep. So I'm hoping it's not too noisy for you, but it is doing its best for a £3 microphone, you know what I mean? But the little Mercedes, what a gem that's turned out to be. Yeah, so this one has turned out to be a little gem. Why? It's got two owners, but one of them is Mercedes Bradford, who, as you can see there, were the original dealers who sold the car. So this one is, if you wanted to be technical, one owner from new. We do have a mismatch of wheel trims. I don't know why somebody seems to have changed the wheel trims and just gone to that one and gone, that'll do. Which is a shame because they're kind of little wheel trims, so I'm going to have to buy a new set to get it all looking nice. So we'll do the usual paint behind the wheels just to make it a bit better, like that, you know what I mean? And then overall, in terms of the car, it's canny. It's got scratches on it. Don't get me wrong, you can see there's a little bit of a scratch down there. Realistically, you know, I could see me machine polishing it because it's black. They did note it for a very, very minor dent in the boot lid, which, let's be fair, you're not going to do anything about at this current moment in time, are you? It's barely a dent. There's a little bit of something going on here. Somebody's had a little whoopsie. Again, not the end of the world. Most of the damage will polish out. It has got a little bit of a dent, which is a shame, but I will do my utmost to try and get that out. I don't want to paint it because at the minute I'm keeping my paint shop in jobs. You know, somebody's been upsetting people and it's been keyed down the side, as you can see there, and I've just seen another little dent somewhere. I've lost it. There it is. That there is pretty much standard. Somebody's dinged it with the door when they've been in the car park. But other than just wanting a good clean and a mop up, canny little car. Even inside. I mean, like, it wants a clean. Them carpets were clean until I've gone and butchered them. The seats want a good clean over. Most of that rubbish is off me on the trip back. At some point, somebody has got hungry and, just decided to go to town on the steering wheel. So we need to do something with that. I can look into getting one, or, you can put a cover on. Personally, I would rather see if I can get a steering wheel for it. Depends how the rest of the prep goes, really. I don't think it's going to want a lot for its MOT. And, as well, as a little bit of an added bonus, hopefully I can get this open. No, I can't. We'll go down. Factory mats as well. And a privacy blind. It is blowing a gale today. Very deceiving weather. It's a lovely day, but it's windy. But even inside, we've got automatic lights. We've only got electric windows in the front. But the one touch, I do believe, is Mexican windows in the back. We've got power folding mirrors, cruise control. We've got the usual controls for the steering wheel. It has got Bluetooth, but just for phone calls, not for music, which is a little bit of a shame. You would have thought Mercedes would have just gone, full. Can't imagine it being too expensive to do. But this is the main thing. It's an auto magical. But yeah, like, really, if you didn't have this, these cars are worthless as manuals. Really, they're not worthless. Now, it did say on the report that there was some service history, but even on the pack, it just says V5 and 1 key, and then the registration. I think it only had I had 8 stamps with it. So, I don't know. One thing I am looking forward to is giving this handbrake lever a clean, because don't know what sort of diseases are on that. That is rotten. And for an automatic as well, to have a handbrake that's been abused like that, a bit unheard of. Yeah, we'll see how this one comes out. So because I've been a little bit quiet and I'm getting caught up, finally getting on to the Avio. Just banging on some new wheel trims. Giving it the old behind the wheels. Or behind the wheel trim, shall I say. And then I'm going to just give it a bit of a fresh clean and re-photograph it again. And hopefully that does what it needs to do. It's getting to the point now where something needs to be done with it. But I'm still sticking to my guns at that price, because that there is a good price for it. Last time I checked, they were doing more than that with more miles on. Yeah, hopefully fresh set of wheel trims will lift it, give it a fresher look, and there's nothing else I can do with it. It's just a nice little car. Really dependable. I've never had to jump start it. I think I've had this thing about 4 months, and it's never had to be jump started. It runs it lovely. It drives lovely. There's just nothing else I can do with it. This is it really. There. Look at that, see? Now you can get off my back about that and all. Now before you start, about them not being silver ones, just don't go there. Been there before. Silver cars, silver wheel trims look awful. I just don't like it. I was speaking to my landlord about it and he said, well, if we all like the same women, it'd be a boring world, wouldn't it? And you're right. I think that gives that little car a little bit more curb appeal, in my opinion. And with a car like this, we don't have a lot of curb appeal, so it just lifts it a little bit. If they were silver, everything would blend in, and it just looked boring to me. But that looks canny, and also cheapest set of silver wheel trims on Euro car parts I found. I think they were about 18 quid. They were a tenner. Saving. So I'm just going to give it a quick wash off and get it photographed again. I tell you, it even cleans up well. Now I've also been doubly controversial with the wheels, because what I've done is, rather than painting them gloss black, I painted them matte black. Again, just stops everything blending in. Black's black, isn't it? It's better than rust. This car, a 1495, is still a bargain. For what it is, it's quite clean. The only real notable thing is it's had a bit of a bad paint job at the top of this door, and it's reacted a little bit. Other than that, it's a tidy old thing. He's probably saying that's, yeah, Anthony, well, there's maybe a little bit going on down here. Not the end of the world. But you're probably thinking, Anthony, you're trying to sell the car. You're going to say that. To be honest, it is just me being honest. You know, I'm not directly selling you a car. If I was directly selling you a car and trying to blow all this patter down your neck, I could understand it, but I'm not. Because this is genuinely a decent little car. And it'll definitely do the job for somebody for a good few years at least. So, got the Clio back. 12 months MOT. Only advisory is the rear axle has surface corrosion. We can live with that. So what it had done, it really only needed 2 brake pipes to pass its MOT, but it got advised on majority of the rest of them, and a track rod end and a couple of other little naffy jobs. So it basically just got all of them done. If it wasn't for the rear axle, it would have had a clean MOT, wouldn't it? So let's break it down as to what's being done. Carry out minor service, replace engine oil and filter, check top up lights, levels and tyre pressures, replace offside rear, near side front, near side rear, offside front rear, offside front brake pipe, replace both rear brake cylinders, replace offside front track rod end, replace centre exhaust clamp, replace offside handbrake cable bracket. So that's all good. So in total that's £320 plus the £40 for an MOT. That is £360. Out the door was £350 plus fees. So we've got £560. That takes me up to £950. Bought a new remote for the sat nav, because you need that for them to work apparently, which I didn't know, which is a bit of a strange idea if you ask me. But also the little screen's got somebody's pooches on. There's a bit of like a home screen for it, which isn't ideal, so I need to sort that out. So I've ordered a remote and a set of tailored mats for it as well. So let's say, before expenses and all that, this car owes me a bag of sand, a grand, 995 profit. That is good going. That is good going, if you ask me. They don't give you any trouble. I have sorted out the lambda sensor problem as well, so that is all good. I don't know what else. Oh, there was an aerial missing. Yeah, the little aerial mast. Normally they take them out when they go to auctions and things like that. So that was missing. But luckily I had one laid around. If you ever scrap cars, nab little bits like that off it, because I could save you 10-15 quid. But other than that, it just wanted clean. It's not really dirty, so that there for me, that is good going. 995 profit if I get my asking price, and I'm going to stick to my guns on this one because it is a lovely low mileage one. What's the mileage? It says here 56,768 at the time that this invoice was printed. So yeah, I literally just sold one of these with 66,000 miles on the clock. Literally almost identical, same spec, but it didn't have Bluetooth, for 2495. So that there is a cheap car, because in the theories that technically should be more than that. And the recommended retails were the same. I don't know where they're getting these from, because they were literally identical bar in the colour. I think the other one was a 5-door. You can't justify spending more on a 5-door really, can you? But that should be, for me, 2695-ish, possibly. But that is worth every penny of 1995 if you ask me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get it cleaned up. It shouldn't take me too long because it's already a clean car. And then I can potentially just get it photographed up and then just stick the mats and that in it when they get here, which should be tomorrow hopefully. So we'll just see how we get on, and I'll get cracked on and get it done. So yesterday, to go along with getting the Clio back, I got the Dacia back as well. This one, I overpaid for it, I'm not going to lie, because I thought it was actually worth more than what it was. It was one of them ones I just saw through and forgot about, and then it came off with the auction, so I didn't get a chance to do me checks. I think I paid £800 plus the fees, don't quote me on that. But luckily, and this is luckily, it's a cracking car. One owner, full history, including a timing belt. In terms of getting it through its MOT, it's had a bit of welding on the sill down here, which is now all being painted and looks sharp as a button. But other than that, it wanted a high level brake light bulb sorting, a set of distance pads. That is it. Why he got rid of it, I don't know. Maybe the rust, a little bit of rust scared him. I do not know. But it's had a service as well to keep up with the history like they all get. And just look at it, sharp as a button, isn't it? I've had to polish the bonnet and do a couple of little localised repairs and touchings and that. But other than that, really, really nice car. So the only really notable things you can say is a little bit of like a dent there, and then there is a very, very minor crack in the back bumper. Well, that there for me, for a car with 101 on it, is absolutely nothing. It's come up nice, really clean. I like it. The thing about this car is the fact that it's a one owner and that it's got full history. And they've even noted in the book about getting things like exhaust and tyres done and that, so they clearly cared for it. So this one is now all ready to get photographed, and then that'll be advertised, and I'm more or less actually caught up. I've got about 7 or 8 cars on sale at the minute. I have got a viewing later on today. Whether anything comes of that, I do not know. That is on the KA, so hopefully we can get a deal done. First deal of the month, that'll be. So it has gone a bit quiet, but it's been kind of welcome just to kind of get caught up. I'm now at a stage where realistically it's where I want to be. Plenty of cars on sale, so there's a mad rush of people coming by in 2 or 3 cars at once. You know, I'm not panicking and rushing around, so I can kind of be a bit more relaxed about getting things done rather than running around like a madman. I did as well when I picked this up, dropped the A class off to get its MOT, so that should be getting MOT today, I think he said. So that's all good as well. So hopefully by Monday we'll know what the crack is with that, and we can get on with that. So only problem is right now is out the front I've got no space, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the Alpha off the forecourt and put this one up, because at the end of the day this one's ready to go, the Alpha isn't. So I don't know, I can maybe even make a start on doing stuff to the Alpha if I'm feeling crazy. What a way to finish off the week. That is a deal done for the Ford Ka. Lovely car that is. That one was bought, prepped and up for sale within 24 hours, that one, which is very good going. Like, that's never happened, and I've been selling cars pretty much since I passed my test 10 years ago. So I've never known that happen. I only wanted the thermostat housing for its prep, which that is top. So it's a good earner, good way to finish off the week, and a good way to get the month started. We're only, 6 days in and getting a sale. That's good. Keeps the momentum going. Hopefully we can get things, just keep them flowing. It's what we like. But anyway, as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. All the usual links will be in the description down below. We're getting very close to the deadline for the 2,000 subscribers. End of the month, want to hit 2,000 subscribers. That is just shy of 400 people. Last time I checked, we were on 1,604 subscribers. So if you can, please jump it down below, hit that subscribe button. I do really appreciate it, and you will find all the usual links in the description down below, and I will catch you on the next one.